Today I'm about to take you on a wild ride through the most mind-blowing mentor entrances that'll make you wish you had a mentor this epic. Klaus making an entrance in Kekai Sensen is pure, unfiltered, and cool. After Dr. Gamimotz leaves Leo beaten and broken, Klaus and the rest of the badass Libra crew step in to handle business. You know what makes this moment hit even harder? Klaus uses his left hand. That might not seem like a big deal, but for Klaus, it's huge. He only pulls out his left hand when he's absolutely serious. His outrage over what happened to Leo pushes him past his usual restraint, and without hesitation, he delivers a devastating punch to put this guy in his place. Gilane's entrance when she saves Rudius and Eris from kidnappers in Mushoku Tensei is absolutely legendary. You see, both the kids are trying to escape from those pesky thugs, and just when things are about to go down, Gilane shows up like a gust of wind. And the coolest part, we get to experience the whole thing from her perspective. We get the full visceral experience of her strength, speed, and focus as she assesses the situation in an instant. It's like she's a living weapon, moving with such deadly precision that even we, the audience, feel the power behind her strike.
おいルーデウス敵はこれだけか
はいありがとうございます
やめろーやはり来たわね第1級得意点シンドバッドバナナサイカー
Moving on to Sinbad's legendary entrance when he literally saved the world from being destroyed. Now, that's what I call a hero moment. You know you're an absolute badass when the villain has to introduce you before you even make your appearance. Sinbad was out here saving the world before it was even cool. Honestly, this dude is so underrated. He was the man before Gojo Satoru was even a twinkle in anyone's eye. Everything about this entrance is absolutely top-notch. The desperation building up, the last-second save without revealing who cast the spell, all of it comes together perfectly. And that delayed explosion after the lightning strike is something I never knew I needed. It's the kind of entrance that gives you chills no matter how many times you watch it. Being a mentor to his beautiful group of women, aka Shadow Garden, Shadow is the ultimate Sigma. When the Night Order tries to terrorize the students inside the Midgar Academy, Shadow makes his dramatic entrance. And of course, he's not alone. His loyal Shadow Garden squad is right there with him, just looking as intimidating and stylish as ever. But let's talk about the real icing on the cake. The slow motion crystals falling as everything else is moving at normal speed. The sheer audacity of that visual is incredible. You just know he's using magic to slow those crystals down so he can look even cooler. Shadow completely dominates the scene, making it clear that this is his world and everyone else is just living in it. The way he effortlessly enters the scene, takes control, and flexes his powers is what elevates this entrance to legendary status.
我らはシャドウガーデン
二人とも私の女になりなさい。おい、うちのもんに何手出してんだ。
Next up, we have Yami's legendary entrance in Black Clover when he swoops in to save the Black Bulls. At this point in the anime, Dante Zogratis, a member of the Dark Triad and the host of the devil Lucifero, attacks the Black Bulls base to capture their captain Yami. However, Yami isn't around when the attack starts, so Dante takes the opportunity to torment the other members of the Black Bulls. Just when things are looking bleak, Yami makes his dramatic entrance, descending from the sky like a dark savior. He looks down at Dante and tells him in no uncertain terms to keep his hands off his squad. The moment Yami arrives, it's like the tide of the battle shifts instantly. His presence levels the playing field, making it possible for the Black Bulls to have a fighting chance. The ensuing battle is a treat to watch, but it wouldn't have been possible without Yami's timely arrival. Loving this video? Drop a massive like and smash that subscribe button to keep these epic content coming. Hit the notification bell so you never miss out on my latest videos.
いいね。逃げない覚悟。いい男じゃないの。ま、うちの旦那の方が数万倍いい男だけどさ。
Izumi Curtis's arrival to save the Armstrongs in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is the definition of a power move. Here we have Oliver and Alex Armstrong, two of the toughest soldiers around, struggling against an unrelenting, nearly unstoppable homunculus. They're just giving it everything they've got, but things are looking pretty bleak. Just when it seems like they might be outmatched, in storms Izumi, ready to bring the house down, literally. And not quietly either. Izumi doesn't waste any time with the former entrance. Izumi's presence alone flips the battle completely on its head. And the best part? Her arrival was peak Izumi, intense, dramatic, and completely unexpected. Beyond the spectacle, Izumi's arrival serves as a morale boost for the Armstrongs, proving that even in the darkest moments, the right ally can tip the scales. Her dramatic timing, raw power, and unflinching attitude make this entrance unforgettable, cementing her status as one of the most badass and iconic mentors in anime. Next is our sensei, Onizuka. Now, listen up, because this entrance is insane. In Great Teacher Onizuka, we've got Ikichi Onizuka, who's basically the definition of a badass mentor. Picture this, okay? His students are trapped by kidnappers, totally terrified, and just when everyone thinks it's game over, Onizuka swoops in, and I mean literally swoops in, dangling from a helicopter, and crashes through a window. This isn't just an entrance, it's a full-on action movie scene. Onizuka proves he's not just a teacher, he's a guardian who'll go to absolutely crazy lengths to protect his students. When danger shows up, Onizuka doesn't walk through the doors, he destroys them. And that's why he's the ultimate mentor who breaks every single rule to keep his kids safe.
Keishi!
No! いいぜ小僧、よく来い。
Let's move on to another classic anime, Rurouni Kenshin, where Hiko Seijuro makes a badass entrance against Fuji. This dude makes an entrance that just screams confidence. Before Yahiko can meet his maker at the hands of Fuji, Hiko steps in to save his student and shows Fuji who the real boss is. Hiko is just too damn cold. This man pulled up with one of the greatest music cues of all time, proclaimed his victory, and took down a giant without even trying. He's him. And by the way, he looks like a samurai Superman with his cape flowing around. Still, one of the most, if not the most epic entrances of a character in any media. Music? Check. Animation? Check. Voice acting? Check. Peak badassery levels? Check. This is a masterpiece. If there's ever a Hall of Fame for iconic entrances, Seijuro Hiko against Fuji is going to be one of the top spots. Absolute masterpiece. Fist of the North Star and Kenshiro, where even a casual stroll can turn into a full-on demolition spree just because he feels like it. I mean, really, how strong do you have to be if a building splits in half just from brushing up against you? This is the kind of over-the-top strength that only Ken can pull off, and it's glorious. And then, of course, there's that poor thug who thinks his little knife is going to do something against the guy who just headbutted a building in half. Mad props to him for even trying though, yeah? But Ken, he doesn't even blink. He's so unfazed, he doesn't even bother dodging. Why? Because that knife stands no chance against the man who can obliterate structures with a single punch. Just want to mention that there was absolutely no reason to actually punch the building since he was already in front of it. So basically, he only did it for style, which I completely respect. So, you know how much I love anime, right? I mean, my entire career revolves around it. But you know what I enjoy just as much? Collecting some crazy merch from my favorite shows. I was just thinking of adding another epic figurine to my collection when our sponsor today popped up like a blessing in disguise. Let me introduce you to the Anime Merch. These guys have an insane collection of figurines, LED lamps, and light boxes. While browsing, I found an awesome figurine of Luffy for myself. Whether you're a die-hard fan of Naruto, Bleach, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia, or Chainsaw Man, they have got it all. Imagine having iconic moments from Bleach displayed in stunning shadow light boxes, or your favorite Naruto characters glowing in custom LED lamps. This isn't just merch, it's a way to bring your favorite characters to life. Their high-quality figures and collectibles are designed for hardcore fans who want only the best. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the Anime Merch is something for everyone. And guess what? Just for my viewers, there's a special offer. Use the code VINI to get 10% off your first order. So what are you waiting for? Head over to theanimemerch.com right now and bring the world of anime straight to your home. Don't forget to check the link in the description and grab those epic deals. Next up, we have one of the most intense moments in My Hero Academia, when the UA heroes make their epic entrance. The entire battlefield shifts as hope reignites in the students' eyes. They suddenly find themselves face to face with a powered up, absolutely terrifying Shigaraki, and they've got no idea what to do. Things are looking really bad, and just as it feels like someone might actually die, the UA heroes show up and the sigh of relief is almost audible. I mean, you can practically feel the tension lift as backup arrives, ready to throw down. Also, during this scene, the foreshadowing when they zoom in on Present Mike's furious expression right before he steps up to take down some villains is brilliant.
Thank you, Oni-chan. 久しぶりじゃの、ガロー。
When Silverfang aka Bang shows up to confront Garo in One Punch Man, you know things are about to get real. Garo is rampaging, taking down hero after hero like they're nothing, feeling pretty untouchable, and then BAM! In strolls Bang with that calm yet deadly aura like a storm in slow motion. He doesn't even need to say much, he just shows up and you can feel the shift in energy. As Silverfang was dealing with Garo, he was absolutely destroying Garo, not caring one bit about fighting fair and giving him a brutal taste of his own medicine. But you see, Silverfang wasn't actually trying to kill Garo, it was just some disciplinary action. A mentor trying to straighten out his pupil, if you like. And Garo, he saw all of that through like a good student. It's one of those moments he won't forget anytime soon. A lesson in strength, respect, and the fierce dedication of a teacher who's not ready to give up on him. Appearance in Attack on Titan is legendary, and I'm not just saying that because this dude looks like he could kill you with a glance, which he totally could. Just when they're about to become the Titans' next meal, their one and only mentor Levi steps in and saves them. With zero hesitation, he takes down 2 Titans in a flash, not even breaking a sweat. In his hands, the Titans, once unstoppable, became nothing more than minor obstacles. You know, Levi totally planned that, taking down 2 Titans and then standing there like a boss, bathed in sunlight, looking like a hero straight out of a movie. My heart can't handle that level of epicness. It's the perfect introduction to a character who doesn't need to say a word to command respect and awe.
水の呼吸、死の型、打ちしよう。
Giyu's entrance in Demon Slayer when he steps up to fight Father Spider, absolutely legendary. If you've never seen a hero exude, I don't care, but I'll still wreck you energy, then let me introduce you to Giyu. Now, Father Spider is causing some serious trouble, swinging around and messing with Inosuke, but Giyu, he's totally unfazed. The dude's just standing there like he's already won, his calm and collected demeanor absolutely radiating the confidence of a man who takes down monsters for breakfast. With a swift, calculated move, Giyu makes Father Spider look like a beginner. He cuts through the Father Spider swiftly and ends him in seconds. I mean, it wasn't even really a fight, it was more like an execution. Father Spider didn't even get the chance to react, let alone put up a struggle. Giyu's precision is flawless. It's a clean, efficient kill, almost as if Father Spider never stood a chance from the start. The speed and ease with which Giyu handles this threat are almost disrespectful.
こんなすげえやつ初めて見た。
何か来る。
Netero and Zeno's entrance in Hunter x Hunter is straight up iconic, and let me tell you, when these two walk into a scene, you know things are about to go down. We're talking about the ultimate OGs of the Hunter world. One a ridiculously old powerhouse, and the other a chillingly calm and deadly grandpa. Together they bring the kind of legendary presence that makes even the most terrifying foes think twice about their life choices. It shows that even in a world filled with prodigies and monsters, veterans like Netero and Zeno remain unmatched. And as soon as they showed up, they unleashed their legendary Dragon Dive. And let me tell you, Dragon Dive is one of the most iconic AoE attacks in anime history. It's an assault that's both incredibly powerful and perfectly distracting at the same time. It's one of those rare anime moments where you see characters with years of experience and power, and it's clear they make an entire battle turn in an instant. Let's talk about Urahara's epic entrance against Aizen-sama. Urahara isn't just your average laid-back, candy-selling, sandal-wearing, exiled Soul Reaper. This guy is a literal powerhouse and master strategist. When he steps into the scene against Aizen, the tension just goes through the roof. Aizen, smug as ever, thinking he's untouchable, casually mocks the situation. He's been wreaking havoc, and everyone else is just scrambling. But then, in comes Urahara. He's cool, calm, and of course, totally nonchalant, because why rush when you're about to wreck someone? He doesn't even look like he's breaking a sweat here. Urahara is a master of mind games, pulling out one trick after another. His Zanpakuto is an extension of his intellect, and watching him face off against Aizen feels like a game of chess rather than a full-on brawl. This is the kind of entrance that makes you realize Urahara has always been in control and has just been waiting for the perfect moment to show it. Kizaru has Zoro at the receiving end of his killer beam on Sarbodi. This is one of the first big crises facing the Straw Hat Pirates. The fallen swordsman needs a miracle to make it out of this encounter with the flashy admiral alive. Luckily, Silver's Rayleigh flies in at lightning speed, going straight for Kizaru and deflecting his light beam with a touch of his sandaled foot. Here we get a glimpse of the power of the Dark King, a man who was the Pirate King's first mate. The Straw Hats make their escape as Rayleigh comes out of retirement to help them usher in a brand new pirate era.
これから始まるのだよ。彼らの時代は。
待てブラザー、巻き込まれるぞ。
紫。
Gojo Satoru, the anime world's ultimate sweetheart, who even the toughest of men can't help but simp over. He's not just any powerful sorcerer, he's the OP sorcerer that cursed spirits fear. So when Hanami, a super strong and terrifying curse, shows up, Itadori and Todo are holding their own against it pretty well. But when Gojo senses Hanami's presence, he decides it's time to turn things up a notch. To make things even more interesting, Gojo combined his curse techniques, red and blue, merging them into an attack so powerful it doesn't just damage, it eradicates. Gojo's mere presence on the battlefield shifts everything. He just stands there and Hollow Purple does all the work for him. Gojo's entrance shows us that while being strong is cool, knowing when to step in and use the right strategy is even cooler.
相変わらず規格外だな。これでは払えたかどうかもわからん。
イエーイ！一件落着。消えた。
遅かったか？
いや、誰の
Let's talk about the jaw-dropping entrance of Minato during the Fourth Great Ninja War. Just when the allied shinobi forces were on the brink of despair, overwhelmed by the sheer power of the Ten Tails, hope seemed lost. The battlefield was in chaos, and even Naruto's unyielding resolve was being tested. A brilliant golden flash lit up the war-torn sky. In an instant, the fourth Hokage, the legendary Yellow Flash, made his grand entrance. He teleported in, not only saving lives, but also showing the enemy that the reinforcements they feared the most had arrived. The moment he stood beside Naruto, revealing his Nine Tails chakra mode, fans everywhere got chills. It wasn't just the power or the speed, it was the reassurance. Minato's calm yet commanding presence reminded everyone why he was one of the greatest Hokage of all time. But what truly made this moment unforgettable was the father-son connection. Seeing Minato and Naruto standing together ready to fight was emotional and inspiring.
何？
10尾の攻撃を海へ飛ばしたからだよ。
こんなのあり？
文句言うね。こんなもんで済んでラッキーだぜ。
And with that, we're wrapping up this list of the most legendary mentor entrances. If you want to hang around for some more time, take a look at this video. See you in the next one.